something fun going on here. And now we have Nate blended into the mix. Nate, how's it going?
It's awesome.
Good.
It's snowing outside. We're getting
snowing.
excited.
The coffee's flying in here in the studio, and now you're here on the set. Great Glen Trails Outdoor Center and the Great Glen Outfitters Shop.
Yeah.
What are you guys up to right now?
Well, a lot of people know that we've got the bike riding and running series and stuff that we do in the summertime, and then we've got cross country skiing. But one of our biggest, I don't want to say secrets because we've got quite a customer base, but it's our outfitter shop, our ski shop.
Yes,
the
absolutely.
retail store there is out of control. It's
It
good.
is out of control in a good way. I'm in there all the time looking. Your hat selection is just like blows my mind all the time.
Well, you haven't been there this year because I've been there every day and you haven't come in, and it's like twice as big
well, you
as
guys
it was
were only
last
open on the
year.
weekend, so it's
you're
hard for
working.
me. Yes, I work, but I love it because actually when I was in, you guys were getting in the new stock for winter when I was in the last time. So I did get a sneak peek, a little preview of the hats, and I could pretty much wear a different hat every day of the year, and you guys would have me covered.
Yeah, we do. We've got a lot of options.
You do.
That you could wear downtown. You could wear working out.
Well, around here, you can wear a hat 24/7.
Yeah, you can wear the same hat 24/7.
What, are you calling me out on that? No, but you guys also have specialty gear. You have like the high-end cross-country gear.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of race sales, and we can always depend on that early season, whether there's snow in the forecast or not.
Right.
The area where we could see some growth this weekend, which is where these customers on the other side of this TV come in, is come and check out our clothing. We've got a lot of good size ranges right now, and it thins out quickly once we get into Christmas vacation. People find all these extra dollars to spend.
Right.
But,
well, they get nervous, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I got to go get something.
But now is a better time than later.
Now, what kind of clothing are we talking about? Is this like casual wear, tech wear? What are we looking at?
A little bit of both. Probably more functional outdoor working out clothing.
Right.
Base layers for downhill skiing or obviously cross country. I've got some pants that would be good to go, hike up Tuckerman's Ravine in September.
Right.
Or cross country ski pants that would be good at -10. Skiing around Bretton Woods or something too.
Well, it's all about layering too. I mean, you guys have those base layers, the tech layers that, you still hear people about hiking in jeans and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, when are you guys going to drop the cotton? You got to drop the cotton and get into something. It's going to keep you drier, more comfortable. It's safer.
There's a time and a place.
Oh my goodness.
I
I live in jeans except when I do anything outdoors. It's like you got to go polypro, you got to go nylon, you got to go something that's not going to absorb that sweat and keep you colder. So what do you recommend as far as cross-country layers for those who have never skied before? I know it depends on the conditions.
Yeah, people have personal preferences too between synthetic fabrics and like wool.
Right.
And sometimes there's blends of both. And a lot of it comes down to sometimes body shape and how you want to present yourself, and a lot of synthetic fabrics are meant to be fitting a little closer maybe than some of the wool stuff. So we're going to be running a really nice promotion with Smart Wool later on this month, where you can buy a base layer piece and get a free sock or a free
I love
hat.
their socks. Their socks are great. And what's the benefit of wool over a synthetic, would you say?
Well, they both have their ups and downs, and the wool thing, the biggest one for me is that it's kind of earth friendly. You know, that it's coming from this, well, especially with Smart Wool specifically, but they get really involved in the farming aspect of it too over in New Zealand with these strict rules about these farmers and how they have to treat their animals and how they have to process the wool and everything, and that it kind of all circles back, and it's the big environmental story.
Yeah, that's good. And Smart Wool, they've been around for a while now, and I immediately loved their products when they came out. But they're coming out with all new sorts of new things, like the thinner, the softer wool for the underlayers as well.
Yeah.
So when you think of wool, it's not that, your grandma's sweater that you had 30 years ago. It's stuff that looks great, feels fantastic, and I really like it. It's high performance gear.
Yeah.
So
they call it next to skin. You'll probably see it marketed as that.
Yeah, I have a one in green that I love. I wear all the time.
And they last a long time.
And they do, yes, they do. And you got to take care of them. Can you dry wool?
Yep. You just want to use a low heat.
Okay, good. Put that in the vault. Now, you've brought some gear here, and when I promoted that you were going to be on, I said spectacularness.
Yeah.
And so what is the spectacular setup that you've brought here? We got to tie it all in here.
It's kind of a do-everything ski. I don't know what which camera we're looking at here?
You're straight ahead, actually.
Okay.
So it's all about you.
And so this is like a beefed up touring boot is what it is,
Yeah.
really. It's got a little more rigid pin right here, and it's got the BC sole on there. So when you're walking around off of your ski, it's really sturdy and stable. It's got good grip. But it's got an easy flex here, and
is that considered like strictly a backcountry just because it has that wider, heavier feel to it?
It requires a backcountry.
Actually, if you hold down, if you look at that monitor, Nate.
Okay.
Yeah. You're awful squirrely this morning, aren't you?
It's that coffee. It says BC on it because it requires a BC binding.
Okay, there you
so
go.
this would not work in a touring binding.
Yep.
If you went to a rental center and tried to put this in
just
there.
too wide.
Yeah. So the benefit to that is you have more drive, more ability to get the ski through crud, like off-track conditions.
Right, okay. Gives you more of a
this boot.
side-to-side pressure on the edges.
Stability, control, yep. At a pretty good price. This boot's like $109.
Nice.
Before you package it and take some of the discount out.
Right.
But it's got this waterproof gaiter that can be cinched up around your pants. Nice little zipper, and just easy to tie up. This boot almost fits everybody.
I like the gaiter action.
Yeah.
Because even when you're, I know these are backcountry, you can use it on the trails though, because can it fit on a ski like this that would fit in the tracks?
Yeah, this is a brother and sister combo here. It's made to go with this ski. So this ski right here is one of our best sellers. It's probably Fisher's best seller right now. It's called the Off-Track Spider. And it's 62 millimeters up in the shovel where you're holding it up there.
Okay.
So being 62 gives it the versatility to be stable off track, like on a snowmobile trail or cutting through a golf course or something that's not groomed. But it also fits in a groomed situation, like
Perfect.
a tracked place, like a Great Glen.
Awesome. It's beautiful.
So if you wanted to buzz around Whitaker Woods out back here and just cruise out through the trees, but then hop in the tracks real quick and then go make another couple of powder turns down the front side of Stonehurst or something.
Right.
This is a sweet ski for it.
Well, this is actually, it'd be a huge money saver for you because if you're going to get one, pair of skis and you're going to get one combination, that you don't have to get a backcountry as well as an in-track stuff. I'm sure if you're racing, you want to go for the pure race type thing, but if you're kind of a skier that likes to hit everything, then this might be your combination.
Yeah, and it's, I don't know if the camera can still pick this up, but
easy over here.
It's a waxless pattern, and it's a progressive pattern, so there's not as much grip up here as there is underneath the foot, so that's really important for being able to glide well, and then grip well uphill and on the flats.
Right. And they say waxless, but as we've been hearing over the years, you still have to do some sort of like glide wax up here, correct?
The ski base is a porous enough, a good enough base that it likes to be waxed a little bit.
Okay.
Either with some rub-on stuff or you can hot wax it.
Okay, and I noticed the edges that
and then
this
it's
has
a full
nice
metal edge too, which a lot of people, either as they get older or want to go off track, they feel like they need a little more support.
Right, and this is also going to, for conditions around here that can be icy at times, because we're in the Northeast, that this is going to cut into that a little bit better.
Yeah, sometimes we go as long as 2 or 3 days before we see a fresh powder storm.
Yeah, right.
And metal edge.
Where are you living? Oh, you're in Pick'em Notch, that's right.
The notch effect happens.
Right.
Well, you got 4 inches up there yesterday.
I know, it's amazing. Knock on wood, because I'm going to not try to jinx it, but this winter is looking so much better than last winter already in my little mind. So I like to keep it that way, so don't shatter anything for me. But I feel that we had sort of a white Thanksgiving. A lot of people, a couple mountains opened up and stuff like that, and that we were having an earlier start. Because I remember it was like Christmas by the time a lot of mountains were opening. So yeah, I'm feeling good about it. How about you?
The cold temps are awesome.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're making snow up there right now.
That's right. You're making snow. Let's talk about the trail system. What can people expect once the trails are fully open that they can see up there?
Beautiful Mount Washington. I mean, Wildcat was voted best scenery, in the world. No, it wasn't.
Yeah. Well, it does have. I think it ranks up there. I haven't traveled everywhere, but
we're the next door neighbor, and so you can see the same stuff there at Great Glen.
Yeah, it's gorgeous,
and you can get the real feel of skiing out into the woods and towards the Great Gulf Wilderness and earning those views.
Right.
Really.
But for the new newer skiers, though, you also have like a nice loop that they can practice on. They can get down the fields. It's not an intimidating place down in there that you can really work on learning how to ski. Now, you guys do a full lesson type deal as well, right?
Yep. Yeah, we've got a full ski school and offer all those basics.
Okay.
And do really well with our private lessons too.
Excellent. So that is to be announced, of course, when Great Glen opens.
Yeah, we've got an event next Saturday. It's our atomic sprint race that we've
Right.
done early season and gotten a lot of hype out of that. And
Good. So blowing snow for that.
yeah, we need to make a lot of snow and maybe get a little help. So
All right.
we'll see.
We'll keep our fingers crossed. So the Outfitter shop is open on the weekends, and you said from 10 to
9 to 4.
9 to 4.
On
There
the
you go.
weekends right now. We'll go midweek pretty soon here, but
Okay. And do you have some inventory online, or should they call if they're looking for something specific?
right now you can go online and get linked to an email to get gift certificates or whatever.
There's a
but
website right now, actually, greatglentrails.com. You can find the link to
you
the
can't
Outfitter
purchase it
shop.
online, and part of that is you've got to have quite a big store to be able to do that.
Well-
We're more of a small
Yeah,
specialty shop, and
you are.
we like the personal touch. And if you can call and say, I'm 150 pounds,
Right.
5'10", and I've got an 8.5 shoe, and we can make that happen over the phone.
Right.
For sure, we do it
Yeah,
all
if
the time.
they need to, but I think part of it is the experience of you guys coming in. You really get in depth about what kind of skiing the person does, where they are. Can you do this and this and this on skis, and then actually trying on some different, fits, because not every boot's going to fit every foot. So even if you find your size, it really is the style of the boot that you might find is better. But if you're desperate, definitely call in for some
Yeah.
Christmas gifts or whatever. But I think where your strength lies is the knowledge of your staff.
Yep.
You guys all ski. You all have been doing it for years. You have an Olympian on staff, that leads some of the clinics and does a lot of hands-on stuff with kids, which I think is fantastic. But the Outfitter shop is just incredible.
Yeah, we've
so
sold thousands of skis, so
Yeah.
we've kind of seen what works. And
yeah, if you need to get good cross-country ski stuff, Outfitter
And
shop.
this one
at
comes
Great
in
Glen.
3 sizes, so the sizing of it's pretty simple.
Oh, good. Excellent. All right, so they got to stop in weekends from 9 to 4.
9 to 4. Yeah, we'll be there.
Worst memory for that. But Nate, thanks so much for joining us. Definitely get some coffee on your way out, all right?
Thank you.
And you can leave the skis with me, though.
Okay. Well, there's only one.
Oh. All right, thanks again, Nate. All right, folks, we'll be back. We have more to come here. We have more weather and, of course, the watch and winds you've been waiting